Hi there, this is Becca with Amazing Paper Grace, and today on my blog I'm showing a box and a matching card. Now the box is a hexagon box. This is what it looks like. And I made a box like this back in October, and quite a few of you asked me to do a tutorial showing you how to make it. This is my go-to box now. It is very easy and it's extremely sturdy. And so I'm going to show you how to make it with a special little tool. The tool that I use to make the box is Spellbinder's Hexagon petal envelope. So this little die template makes a little envelope. But when looking at it, I figured out a way to make like a double-walled lid that is very strong and it's very easy to do. So let's get started. You're going to need at least 3 sheets of cardstock, and it should be a heavy cardstock. So what I did is I went ahead and I cut the petal envelope. And using my scoreboard, we're going to make a couple of scores. So let's just, let me get my stylus. So as you can see, it has 6 petals. And in between each petal, there's a valley. So if you take and you line those valleys up on a line, and I'm lining it up on 6 inches, and what you're going to do is you're going to almost cover up where you would score, and then go ahead and score along that line. Like so. And wherever your mark was, mine was at 6 inches, you're going to score an inch away from that. So I'm going to back up and score at my 5-inch mark like that. So you'll take and you'll do that for every petal, for all 6 of them. And I've already done that, and it looks like this. So I've scored every petal and then an inch away. So now the next thing I need to do is I need to apply adhesive to each segment that I've scored. And then the next step, you're going to need a strip of paper that is 1 inch by 12 inches at least. The total length that you're going to need is 14 inches, but you know, normally we're using 12-inch paper. So you're going to have to splice the paper. There we go. And so then I have 2 sheets of paper that are 12 inches long. I need to make them at least 14 inches long, so I can just glue them together, or either I can just go ahead and lay them on my adhesive here, and I'm using score tape. So now that I've laid tape down and I've scored everything and I've flexed each of the areas that I've scored, I'm going to pull the adhesive off of one petal, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay down my strip of paper. And this is what makes the wall so strong. So then I can go ahead and fold that over. So that's actually the first side. So I'm going to go ahead and stand that up. So the next thing I need to do is I need to score without really having to go to my scoreboard. So I'm going to pull this back where I get a straight line like so, and then I'll pull it forward. Now if I had gone this way, there's just the possibility that I can do it diagonal, so that's why I've pulled it back this way, because I'm butting up against a straight line and I know I'll get it straight. So once I have that done, I'm going to stand my first line up, and then I'm going to lay my upright cardstock along the scored line. I'll pull off another petal of the adhesive off of another petal. And then I'm going to adhere. And I'm going to make sure when I do this that these edges are butted up. Let me just get in here close where you can see. There we go. So I want to make sure that these don't overlap, but that they do meet. Like so. So now I'm going to pull that back, and I can trim this because I'm at the end. And I need to just add a little piece of adhesive. To match that up. And then I can pull off the liner, and that's the last petal. And there we go. This is going to be a lid, but you need two of them. So I already have another one made, and it looks just like so. They match. So I'll set those aside for just a second. Now the next thing I need to do is I need to make the wall. So you're going to need a couple of sheets of paper, whatever height you want to make your box. I think this is 4 1/4 because I have a stamp that I would like to go in there. And that's actually the beauty of this box, is that you know, you can stamp everything flat and then assemble it, so it gives you the opportunity to do a lot of things. The amount of paper needed to go around the lid and the bottom is 14 inches, so I have 2 sheets here. And so I'm going to show you basically what you do. I have 2 sheets already glued together here, or spliced together. Because they are spliced together, I want a fold to fall here, so I go ahead and I score it right there. And so now I'll go to my scoreboard. The edge of the box is just an iota shy of 2 1/4 inches. So I'll show you how to get that. You're going to go to your scoreboard and you'll mark it at 2 1/4 inches, and I do a little indent right in that little ditch. And then I move that little indent out of the ditch and forward just the tiniest amount, and then I score. And then I fold, and I move it down, and I do this again for each of the folds that I need for the side of the box. I go to 2 1/4, I make an indent, and then I just move that to the right, just ever so tiny of an amount, and then I score. and then I fold, and I move that over. So I'm going to do that all the way down this piece of paper, and it's actually going to let me get 5 score lines. Well, I have 6 sides, so what I need to do is I need to come back to my original fold. I'll turn it upside down, and then I'll make one more score. At the 2 1/4 mark, I'll make an indent. Then I'll move it back just the tiniest, just out of the ditch, basically. And then I'll score it. And then I'm going to cut it on that score line. So I have one that's already done, and it looks like this. So here's my original fold line. This is where I've merged together the 2 pieces of paper, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 other scores. And so now what I need to do is I need to put adhesive on this and seat it inside the bottom. So I'll take and put adhesive all the way along the bottom. And since the depth of the lid and the bottom are 1 inch, you know, you have a little bit of space down here to work with. Okay. So I just have one more piece of tape. Now, what I did, my tape is on the outside, okay? This is my first fold, and this is just a little bit of a tab left on the end. I put my tape on the back because I'm going to want it to overlap like this so that my final seam is right on a fold and you can't tell. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adhere that. Okay, so this is the wall of the box. Now I'm going to take off the bottom adhesive. And seat it right inside there. And so I'll go around and I'll burnish each edge to make sure that adhesive is making contact. And that's the wall of the box. And so now all you do is you add your lid. So that's a plain box for you, but because you have a top and a bottom that's double walled, it makes it very sturdy. And also, you know, adding this, the part for the upright part of the box is very easy. So I hope this gives you some ideas. It's a very easy box, and I hope you'll give it a try. See you soon.